Okay, now that we've unraveled and unpacked the whole black Scottish people thing, my next question is, which first of all, how do y'all not know that there's black Scottish? Never mind. Where are the black Swiss people? Cause I know there has to be some of us over in Switzerland. I know there has to be. Like, this is very important. I need to know this because I am ready to drop everything over here in America and move to Switzerland on a dime and a dream to live out my Sound of Music fantasies. Y'all don't realize how badly I've always wanted to run through them goddamn Swiss mountains. The hills are alive with the sounds of music. Like, I need to do that. I need to do that. And then on top of that, I hear like the benefits kind of living in Switzerland is pretty good. Like, y'all get, full time off for like, sick leave and whatnot. I think they do like mental health pay leave over there, things that America could never do. And I think also, I saw something about where like, both the mother and the father can take like paid maternity leave off, and it's like for a whole year. Oh yeah, America could never. So black Swiss people, if you see this video, let us know that you exist, that you are over there, and we might need to bring the world tour over there. Like, I truly believe I was meant to settle down and live on like a farm and like a small little village, like a cute little village on like some water or somewhere, because I'm a water sign, with, like a good, strong man.
What is good, y'all? Welcome back to Peapod Cove Life, the show where we explore Black lives, culture, and diaspora stories all around the world. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Switzerland. Black people living, working, and visiting here. We're talking a population status, and we're going to get into what life is like in Switzerland, what it's going to cost you to get there, and how easy it is to go travel. We got cousins all around the world, and our brother here, he sent out the signal. He says, hey, we haven't seen you. We're not saying that there isn't any black people living in Switzerland, because the stats show it, but they don't show up on your pages. You know what I mean. If you remember, we did all the black Scottish videos and the black Italians and the black Russians. And I wanted to do a relaunch. I started back doing a couple of videos on the channel because I'm realizing that I need to keep going. I need to keep teaching, letting people know, like, hey, there are black people living around the world, and we're just as friendly as your neighbors. There's not a lot of violent people. I shouldn't say not a lot of violent people. There are violent people around the world. But our cousins are out here. Our cousins are out here having a good time. According to this, Switzerland currently have around 9 million people. It's estimated that 100,000 to 120,000 people are of African descent living there. They're living in Switzerland. So that's a lot. That's a good number. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are moving to Switzerland, and let me know if you plan on visiting. I got more information coming up on visiting, but I got a quick mashup for y'all. We're going to meet up with some black people in Switzerland living there, a couple people that's visiting, some that went, and they're going to tell us what their experience is like, because, hey, we need to go around the world and learn from ourselves. Let me know down in the comments where you're checking in from, cousin.
Three good things about Zurich.
Lit, the drugs are fire.
What?
Yo, the bitches got money over there. And low key, look, you say, as a black person, no, you ain't gonna be afraid to get stabbed, killed, robbed. You good.
Okay.
You good. The old people love you. The younger people are very racist.
At some point when you figured out you asked the wrong person for the interview and you're already in too deep, so you can't get out. That's where he is right now. She's making black people in Switzerland seem a little off.
Come on now. But over 50 years old, they love you.
things you don't like about Switzerland?
White people, money.
And white people.
White people, money, and bitches.
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think he asked the wrong chick. Now you're gonna see in these clips, you know, there's gonna be a lot of different point of views, and just because one person had a certain experience, don't mean you're gonna have that same experience. And that's just how things are in the world. So you should always go into this with a level head, leave the violence and that negativity at home, and get out here and learn something. Learn from each other.
So the crazy part about this is
What's that?
we are at a ski resort, right? Out here snowboarding, and it's 4 of us, me, my son, and basically my two nephews. We are the only black people out here. So we're looking at the mountains. We're amazed about how beautiful it is in the mountains, and it seems like everybody else is amazed that they see black people. It is wow.
I mean, any black person watching this show, how many of y'all ever been skiing? Because I could count on what's less than one, how many times I've been skiing. And I live in Connecticut, where it snows a lot. I've been in New Hampshire a lot, where they got some of the biggest mountains, not in the world, but they got big mountains over there. It's just not somewhere you will see black people on the slope, right? Let's be honest.
Right now, we're just waiting on Miles to come back up. He got stuck on the ski lift, but you should see him in a minute. But we'll be out here for you a few hours. There he is. All right, the fun part was coming up. This is gonna be the tough part. How you feel, Jay? You ready?
Good. Ready.
You gotta go down. Pause. Next, you ready?
The most fun ways down, so.
Pause.
Came up here for a reason.
I got Miles. You ready?
One of these.
Let's get in.
Man, all we can.
Thought he was gonna show us busting his ass down the hill. Now listen, it's great. You know, you gotta get out there. You want to snowboard? Go out there and try it. Don't worry about what people might say or think about you, because we fast learners. We could adapt to anything.
So in my DMs, inbox, and comment section, I often get questions like this and this. So
I'm gonna stop so I can read it. It's basically them asking her if she ever plans moving back to the US, because Switzerland seems nice.
I thought today, in this beautiful place, it'd be a great time to actually answer some of these comments. Hi, my name's Falasha, and I'm an American expat living in Switzerland for the last 9 years. Here's my family of Swiss children and my Swiss husband. So let's just kick it off. This is one of the wildest comments I've gotten. There are people out here who don't think Switzerland is a real place. Well, yes, it is a real place. It's located in Central Europe. It's not Sweden or Swaziland. It's just Switzerland. To give you a quick backstory, I've always been the type of person that was just a little delulu, as y'all say nowadays. 9 years ago, I already knew that I was going to create a life for myself in a new place that would be magical. Just didn't know how long this chapter of my life would last. Next, what do I do for a living? And I do own my own business. I am a consultant for public health communications and digital content strategy, as well as a work-from-home mom. Question I often get asked about is racism as a black woman living in Switzerland, but I've never faced more racism than what I would face as a black woman living in America. Something that I miss most about living abroad.
You know, she's saying it's not as bad as when it was her living here in the US, but we all know that can change.
Living abroad is the feeling of home, those cultural significant moments that are just so steeped in my personality and who I am as a person that can't be related to with my peers here, but I get to instill them in my own family and carry those things with me every single day.
Yeah, so in summary, I don't know what the future holds, but we love it here for now. And while there's things that could be better, It's a beautiful place with beautiful people that is safe and secure and great to raise a family. I definitely encourage people to step out of their comfort zone, travel, and see what may be best for you.
I personally feel like the worst thing you can do is never take that opportunity, take that shot, and live your best life.
Around 27% of Switzerland population is foreign born. So a lot of people are moving there. Many Black residents arrive for education, work, tech, healthcare, and family immigrants. But naturalization can be more complex than countries like the US. Now, I like the fact that, now with the way technology is set up today with the computer and we do a lot of things online, she can actually have a profitable business inside a computer and be able to live somewhere like Switzerland. Now, when you move to other places in the world, life isn't like the melting pot like America is. You do get that freedom, and you basically embrace yourself in that culture. This year we have a sister going to use the bathroom and it's going to be some captions, so hopefully I could get it. Basically, she's in the bathroom and she runs into a racist lady that, well, at least she's calling her that. And you're going to hear the woman say, she had issues with people like her, and she might have had a situation. We don't know what it is, but let's follow. And we get to hear Black people speaking the language.
Verstanden? Stört dich sie oder? Wieso? Mit was denn für Erfahrungen? Mit Leuten wie mich?
Ja.
Und das heisst, dass jeder Mensch, der jetzt so aussieht wie ich, schlecht ist, oder wie?
Nein.
Ja, was wollen Sie mir denn sagen?
Ja, was machen Sie dann?
Ich habe hier in dem Restaurant gegessen.
Ah ja.
Wie jeder normale Mensch.
Ah, ja.
Und ich bin gerade aus dem Restaurant rausgekommen und bin aufs WC gegangen, weil ich mir meine Hände waschen.
Können Sie doch da mal wollen?
Aber dann müssen Sie mich so angreifen, oder was soll der Scheiß?
Ich wäre auch euch alle angegriffen.
In welchem Sinn? Ich habe Ihnen gar nichts gemacht und Sie greifen mich an. Das ist nicht mein Problem, was heute Morgen Ihnen passiert ist.
Sie sind einfach freche Siechen. Sie heilige Frauen.
Yeah, just be mindful when y'all visit countries, learn the culture, adapt the best way you can, be respectful. That's pretty much what you can do. And most people that travel are, at least to get to places like this, when you go out there, remember y'all represent your family, yourself well. I grew up in Zurich, and I've also lived in Freiburg and Geneva. And honestly, being a Black woman in Switzerland with a good lifestyle feel almost illegal to some people. You take first class on a plane or a train. Okay.
Honestly, this comment right there
Mm-hmm.
just explains how blatant racism exists. And I'm going to explain that to you. It's
All right,
like
please.
basically when they see like a Black girl living like a luxury lifestyle or going to nice places, or they see that they're living like a certain, comfort of lifestyle. It's like that will disturb certain people, and certain people are not happy with that. And that's when blatant racism comes in place. And honestly, I even have experienced that once. I was once trying to book a room in a hotel, and the receptionist was like, "Oh, are you the cleaner? These are the keys."
Damn.
Before I could even talk. So this is like blatant racism, right?
Would you say to that? Is that blatant racism, or is that just misunderstanding? Some people just overlook it. What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments. Let your cousins know it's safe to come out to Switzerland. And like I said, everybody's have different experience, y'all. Now, when it comes to Switzerland, crime in Switzerland is very, very low. Very low. It's somewhere where you can go and it's not that dangerous over there to live. You know, and for most women especially, safety is a huge thing. Safety is huge. And I think for everybody. Now, if you're looking to travel over there, a round trip ticket from, say, JFK will cost you anywhere between $360 to $500. And that's on a budget. That is beyond doable. To Zurich, from JFK, New York to Zurich, that's about between 360 and 500. You're talking Geneva, depending on the season, about $250 plus. Best time to visit Switzerland. Mild, and it goes spring, March to May, mid-weather blooming, landscape, cheaper flights and hotels, great for outdoor urban exploring lake cities like Zurich and Geneva. In the summer, which is June to August, best for Black diaspora travel vibes. That's what the thing tells me. It says warm weather for barbecues, lakeside hangouts, festivals, outdoor markets, boat rides, hiking. Now, y'all got good barbecue out there in Switzerland? Couple people want to know around the world. How's the barbecue? Autumn, which is September to October, fall colors, harvest, festivals, wines. Now here living in Connecticut where we get a lot of snow. Like I think we got 30 inches that last storm we had. The foliage, the changing of the seasons is one of the best times of the year here where people come from all over. So I know what that's like. But listen, y'all need to get out there and travel. Get out there and see more. We got cousins checking in. Let us know down in the comments where you're checking in from. Have you been to Switzerland? Do you plan on visiting Switzerland? If you're living in Switzerland, let us know what it's like. What is your experience? Just leave it for your cousins down below.
I experienced as a Black single dad different. They literally don't have to think about anything. AI runs the whole thing for them. They use an app called Trend Talk, which tells them what to post and when. It's literally a cheat code. Honestly, the process to move out here isn't hard.
The eyes staring at you as if they've never seen a Black.
Welcome to Switzerland, and that's Switzerland 101 if I was giving a lesson, because this is called the Swiss stare. And the main kind of attribute of a Swiss stare is that it is long and gawking. I personally have not seen that this is particular to a race. However, I do understand the feeling of it as a Black woman living in Switzerland. So if you aren't familiar with my content, my name's Flasha. I'm a Black woman living in Switzerland for close to 10 years. So this is my 9th year here in the country, and I am very familiar with the Swiss stare. The Swiss stare can be very awkward, and there's no attempt to avoid eye contact. So they will stare, and when you see that they're staring, they don't stop staring. And that's the part where it becomes offensive for a lot of people from outside of Switzerland, because typically in a lot of cultures, you avoid getting caught staring. Here, they don't care. The second part that makes the Swiss stare very specific is in the US, usually if you're caught staring at someone, you will smile. So you're staring, they catch you, and you go, or you're like, oh, hey, and you play it off, even if you were staring for the wrong reasons. But especially if you were staring for the right reasons, like you like their outfit or you think they're very attractive, and you'd be like, oh girl, you look so good today, you caught me, like I just wanted to give you a compliment or whatever. Here, they will just stare, and then you catch them and they'll be like, and it's jarring. It's jarring. I'm not even gonna lie. But I will say that I have not experienced it solely based on race. You can get Swiss stared for pretty much
anything. It's pretty equal opportunity in my opinion. You might get Swiss there if your kids are there, if you don't have kids, if you're old, if you cross the street before the street sign says cross, if they like you, if they don't like you. Like, the Swiss stare is everywhere. And if you don't believe me, you can Google it. There are Reddit forums, websites, blogs, Quora, Swiss forums just dedicated to the Swiss stare. It's a real thing. So when I see content like this, shout out to that creator. Love seeing a Black woman traveling. I just caution people from just taking someone's experience to deem that as an experience for themselves or a reason not to travel to certain places, because don't let the Swiss stare stop you from coming to Switzerland thinking that that is inherent to an environment or hostility. It can also be just a cultural norm. A lot of people I know in Switzerland don't like the smile to strangers effect. So the like false niceties that are common in American culture, where you speak to strangers or you smile unnecessarily. They feel like that is a false pretense or being fake nice. So if they're staring, they're not going to feel compelled to like smile at you or give you a false niceness, but they're not thinking that their stare is offensive. So I hope that helps. Still visit Switzerland. It's a beautiful place. Cheers.
And if you go to a country where there's not a lot of Black people, they will stare at you sometime. You go to Taiwan, different places in the Philippines, in Japan, where some of them will stop and try to play with your hair. You got braids, and that's just how it is. So try and learn something about the culture before you go to visit, wherever you decide to go. Just let your cousins know you coming and they'll get you caught up. But just don't think because they're staring at you that they're being racist. Like she said, there's many reasons why. Some of them are just curious. They've never seen a Black person before, and that's a real thing. Like I said, everybody got different experiences. Let's check his out.
So y'all, still in Switzerland. We stopped at a local cookie store. And I really wanted to give my kids some cookies. There's so many different flavors. So they have free samples. You would think I would try them, right? I ain't about to do it. Can't,
Why? What's
cannot,
up?
will not.
Why?
You know, growing up in a Black household, what the hell you shouldn't do. And if you did it, you got your ass whooped. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Hold on. So yeah, different types of cookies. It's so many flavors, whatever, right? But you can try all of them.
Oh man!
Look how they're getting them out. Look.
That's like the bar nuts, man. You don't ever eat the bar nuts. Because especially when people go use the bathroom, that's coming straight to the bar nuts. Like, how could you put something like this up in a place like this? I mean, man, that's disgusting.
Ain't no way in here.
All of them, too.
Ain't no motherfucking way. Look. Nada. Ain't COVID still around? Somebody tell me. COVID's still here, right? 'Cause I'm confused. I'm in confusion. What the? Nope. Well, kids won't get none of this. Because I don't know if they're going to like it. And I can't taste it. See if I like it. Because
you might as well pick a couple flavors and pray. I mean, I ain't going all the way there, not buying nothing. Because you know what? What if you wasn't able to taste? You pick your flavor or whatever you like and get out of there. But I wouldn't walk out without buying nothing. I'm gonna like see something I might like, and I take a chance. Come on, either you fit in with the culture or you move on. So take a chance. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you can't go halfway in, right?
I ain't about to. There's too many damn hands going in these buckets. Ain't no tongues, ain't no nothing. And I'm the only one with the issue with it. And
man,
I'm the only one on this trip, so that's the reason. So yeah. Again, Switzerland Chronicles. This is it. Yep. Maybe I can catch up on these on the top. Let's see. If you can put these on the top, I might can try. Oh no. She just put the ones at the old bag on the top. I'm done. I ain't about to. That's a real hell no now. Because that means you did it with all of them. Ain't about to do it. Ain't gonna do it. Well, that's that.
He should just grab a couple different flavors he like and get out the store. Stop complaining, man. Why are you complaining? I mean, that is, you don't mess with that bar nuts. You know, I feel you on that. But at this point, man, just grab a couple flavors you like and keep it moving. It ain't gonna change. They've been doing that their whole life. That's part of the store's routine. So either you get some free gum disease, whatever you want to call it, because you know there's some germs on them junks, and keep it bumping.
So you may be wondering, why am I, a black woman, in Switzerland? Well, my aunt lives in London, right? And she hits me up and is like, hey, I'm going on holiday to Switzerland, you should come. And me being the adventurous, slightly dramatic niece that I am, I booked the ticket before she could even finish the sentence. But listen, I had one major question. Are there black people in Switzerland though? So now I'm in Zurich, just scanning the crowd like I'm on a mission. First day, not much. Second day, I started to see curl patterns, braids, and I'm like, is that you, sis? And then boom, everywhere. I look left, right, up and down. I'm starting to see black people everywhere. But all jokes aside, Switzerland was giving soft life. The people were super friendly. The views were stunning. The vibe was surprisingly chill. And honestly, 10 out of 10, recommend. And the next time somebody asks me why Switzerland, I'm going to just say, because I felt like it. Would you travel to Switzerland?
See how it is? Everybody have different experience. She's 10 toes down on Switzerland, and she wants people to go visit. Now, Switzerland isn't known for large concentrated black communities like the US or the UK. There are groups of African, Caribbean people, African American meetups, cultural forums, event hosted by universities and international organization in Switzerland that keep us together, and if you're going to go to Switzerland and visit, it's always good to reach out, learn what you can learn about the culture before you get there. And hopefully you got a cousin or somebody there that could chaperone you around and help you with your travel to Switzerland. Now, get your passports, man, because it's a beautiful country. I do plan to visit one day. Let me know down in the comments, how do you feel about Switzerland? We got black people living in Switzerland and they're having a good time. Look at that terrain right there. Amazing. Amazing, y'all. I need y'all to let me know down in the comments, like I said. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. This is Peapod Cove Life. And we're out.